to share some context, and they're also programs question live, both regarding to what's on these and something on my channel in general. I mean, respectful responses, of course, but and I'm a bit sick, so even if someone comes on, I'm not going to be as long as I could be other days. Saturday, the 5th of April, 2008, Divine Salvador Sin Offering. I don't believe in vicarious atonement or any such thing, but that meaning light, it's just the type of incense it is. I went to the Saturday night lecture. I don't always mark down when I did that because it was like sort of a regular thing, but Sunday, the 6th of April, 2008, I started the sleep sea on Abdobari, Surah 12. I listened to Siddhi Divinak the Monorops. No. I don't know what that program was though, but Ganesha. Divinyak Ganesha 7 times. Dragon's blood scent offering, representing animals, consecration, fidelity. I watched Lon Mailu Duquette's Apala for the rest of us. Haven't watched that one since I moved. Might take it out at some point soon. The Naked Archaeologist, Tomb of St. Peter, Shimshun, Brina, Lost Worlds, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Monday, the 7th of April, I started the sleep study on Abdobari, Surah 27. I read Al-Quran to Surah 5, 82. Enochian Key 19, Athar 30, 10:28 to 10:42 a.m. Listen to that one He Will Love song to God. See, probably factored into a lot of my meditations being just about 20 minutes or thereabouts. Enochian Key 19, Athar 4, 3:44 to 4:13 p.m., 11:53 a.m. to 12:12 p.m. I listen to Fahim al-Quran, Supplication, and Jews 1 of 30. I watch Lon Mailu Duquette's presents Kabbalah for the Rest of Us, Dervish Project. I listen to J.D. Hall, Jews 18, Fahim al-Quran, Supplication, and Jews 2, Amani Ilahi, Surah Yusuf. I read and discussed the of Truth, Chapter 1, explained a few points to the Princess of Cups. Wednesday, the 9th of April, 2008. Okay, on Tuesday, starts sleep Steve, 36. Okay. Wednesday, 9th of April, 2008. The third Enochian key, I have a vision of that key posted, but 8:36 to 8:48 a.m., 10:33 to 10:56 a.m. I started the sleep study on the Bari Surah 60. I want to say 3, but that might be a 5. I read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Part 1 to page 140. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I listened to Fahim al-Quran, Supplication, and Part 3 and 4, and J.D. Hall, Jews 2. I watched The Dervish Project. Lon Mailu Duquette presents Kabbalah for the Rest of Us. Thursday the 10th of April, 2008, I started Sleep Study on Abdul Bari, Surah 88, Enochian Key 19, Athar 4, 10:26 to 10:38 a.m. The Divino Salvador Scent Offering, representing will. I'll listen to Faham al-Quran, Supplication, and Jews 5 and 6. J.D. Hall, Jews 3 through 9. I would lay back and listen to that English only one, often scrying at one of my posters like that one or this one here, which contained the whole Quran in the different scripts. I read to page 200, the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, part 1, Acharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I watched Landmailu Duquette presents Kabbalah for the rest of us. Just like his tarot program, it's one of the more easily accessible programs for it and gives people a pretty fair basis. Friday, the 11th, 2008, started the Sleep CD on 120. Oh, maybe a tract of something. Watch Landmailu Duquette's Kabbalah for the rest of us, the Dervish Project. I listened to Faham al-Quran, Supplication, and Jews 27. And 2-9, part 2. Usually, the Faham al-Quran is it's broken into 4 parts per Jews. Is it 20? That's 3 parts, but I read to page 234 of Srimad Bhagavatam, the first canto. The Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. 8:42 to 8:59 p.m. Enochian Key 3. And also 9:06 to 9:19 p.m. I made a Trim the Trees scent offering. Saturday the 13th of April, 2008. I watched Landmailu Duquette presents Kabbalah for the rest of us. I started Sleep Study on J.D. Hall, Jews 2, the Dervish Project. I listened to Faham al-Quran, Supplication, part 28. Is it saying to 30? Faham al-Quran 3 to 11. No, that's way too much. J.D. Hall, Jews 11 through 12. I discussed with the next door neighbor. Can't quite tell the end of. Okay. And I went to the Saturday night lecture. And had a lot of them, so I didn't say much. This time I might have said more, but okay, I'll do bubbles today. Distinguish the parts. Da is to give, to set, to utter, to decree, to create, appears as so, adare, adas, dot, da da'e, da da'eti, da da'eti, da dot, da dot, da datu, da den, da dente, da duye, da e, da enha, thou shalt give, Da is thou mayest give. Da ente will give. Da estu grant thou. Da he thou shalt give. Da eddi give thou. Da edit. Da edita. Da idyae. Da idyat. Da inti. Da itte. Da itti. Dam. Dhamma we shall give. Dan. Danto. Daste. Dasva to present. Dot. Data. Datu, an imperative form. Davoe. Dayat. Dayate. Dazde. Dya. Dyae. Dyam. Dyat. Nidama. Ni datem. Vidam. Vidayat. Vidish emnaes. And perhaps someone else has figured out differences between those. Dab, to deceive, to defraud. Dabayaita, he deceives. Daben, they deceived. Daabishenti, they deceived. Dabenna atta, you will defraud. See daibish yunt. The da, see mond. Dadre, he maintained. Daduya, see da a gift. Da doisht, given and shown, or promised. Da'enna, spirit, covering both religion and individuality. Da'enha, da'enho, of the given. Da'es. Dana is also, system of judgment for those who aren't religious. Da'edoisht, the value promised. Da'is, do thou show me. Dish'a, thou wilt appoint. Do'isha, show, assure me. Do'isht, shown. Da'eva, opponent of the Dava. Well, the word's for demons, but you know how the Bible went. Everybody that wasn't Hebrew or something was like somehow a goyim or something. That's not quite how you respond to it. And Christians referring to other forms of polytheism as pagan and heathen, and referring to the Muslims because they're, not, because they don't have the anti-nature thing as pagan. So the word could have been misused in 29:4, 36, 32, 1, 3, 5, 34, 5, 44, 20, 45, 11, 46, 1, 49, 4. It could have been used in a non-literal sense, for evil people, but Da'ava China is a form used in 35. Yasna 30. Da'avo Zushta, a beloved, darling of the demons. So, Ahura Zushta would be a beloved of the angels. Daphnia, deluded. Sigdab. Dahi, thou shalt give. Dahmahya, that part of the teaching. Dahna, the adjective form of that. Dahva, dam or house. Dahyeus, of a province. Dahyav. Dahyum, same thing. Dahyunam, also the same thing. Da'ebishyant, deceiving. See Dab. Da abish anti, they deceive. Also see Dab. Da abitana, long sense. Da abitim, the second. Da adita, see Da. Da idyat, they observe, they. Da inti, see Da. Da is, do thou show me. See da s. Dam, to set, or house. Dafa is also a house. Deng, a house. Adam, also a house. Daman, a house. Damana, also a house. Dame, creating, creator. Dame, creation. Don, don, da, dam, also something establishing, right? Dane, a complete ya'as, as from ya'ozda, to sanctify. Dangra, clever. Dar, to maintain, hold, or forms. Dadre, he maintains. Darayat, he will maintain. Daresht, maintained. Darata, he was sustaining. Didareshata, he wishes to hold or prepares. Doresht, to have maintained. Drita, he might maintain. Dareyo, to hold off. Darega, long. Daregeyu, long-lasting. Daregojyatois, long-lived. You might want to add im or te or fa or something at the end. Dares, to behold. Darshois. Daresat. Might want to add sa or as or something at the end. Darasani, I shall behold. Darasem. Darasoe. Via darasem. Darasata. Darashatcha, visibility. Dorethra'e, to attain. Dasa, 10. Daseme, decade, a gift, an offering. Daste, to give. Dastvam, of teachings. Dasva, give. Data, law. See yata a'is. Datu ibyascha. Datar, giver, creator. Datarim, data. Datha, clever. Datha e ibyo. Dathranam, of compensations. See Dathra. Dathrem, assignment. Davaschina, Davaschina. Dav. Davadi, though he should press. Davoe, to give. Dakshat, she taught. Fra, dakshaya, teach. Dakshara, with a token. Dakshtem, token. Dayat, he might care for. Day is care for. Dasdyae, dasda. Dababayat, he may delude. Also Dabav. Debena ota, you will defraud. Debazaeti, does she support? Debazanha, with the support. Dejam aspa, Jamaspa, the bridegroom. Dajit arata ibyo, from the law scorning. Damana, same as Daman, house, dwelling. Daman Nahya, Damana Na'e, Deng, houses, Dam, Deradya'e, maintain, hold, Darescha, attack, of violence, Dareshta, visible, Daris, Dereta, he was supporting, Dereza, with a bond, a chain, Deres, Dida Inbe, Dida Inhe, I was taught, Didar Esh'ata, he prepares, Desid, Didas, observing, Didarezo, thou wish to hold fast to, Desid, Darez, Didragzu, Duya, you wish to assure yourself, Desid, Drong, to strengthen, Disha, thou wilt appoint, Divamnem, holding afar, Deuza Idyae, to deceive, Do Isha, show me, Do Ishi, to show, Doresht, held, Draono, Draonu, possessions, you might add na to the end, Dragvant, lying, and that applies to certain opponents, and I will stop for a question if I see such things. Dragvae, Dragvaete, Dragvantem, Dragvantu, Dragvasu, Dragvataecha, Dragvatam, Dragvatu, Dragvodebis, Dragvodebio are also variations of that. Drigaove, to the poor man. Drigum, the poor man. Drita, he might withhold. Drug, or druge, is lie or deceit. And you'll see that in the forms drugascha, drugem, drujo, drux, dugeda, daughter, dugeda dram, dugeda dar, duere, in the distance, durat, from far, dur aoshem, holding afar, death repelling, dus erethris, misled, duse kshatra, badly ruled, dushitacha, misfortune, bad dwelling, douche havarathem, bad food, dus mananho, of bad mind, dus sastis, evil teachings. You might add te to that, or na to the other, and tha to the other, te to the other, and eng and three to the other, and so we see that in the chess game, there's opposite good and bad on each side of the chess board. I mean, in the game of Asha, dus mananho, a bad mind, dus sastis, evil teaching, dus shya othana, evil doing, eng, to the end of that sometimes, dus krathwa, evil-willed, duta enho, messengers, dutim, message, Do's da enho, evil-spirited, malicious. You could add da-e, da-de, da. Do's azoba'e, being notorious. You could also add an M at the end or a AH or something. Do's da eng, evil-minded. Do's giatois, evil living. You could also add a to that sometimes at the end. Do's but chunho, evil speaking. You could also add AH sometimes to that. Do's varanais, evil behaving. You could add a or a M at the end of that. Do's varshta, evil doing. Do's varesh nanho, evil doing. Add na to the end of that. Dva esha'e, hostile. You can add shanha at the end of that sometimes, or just ah. Dva etha, threat. Devash, Devath shung, pains or torments. Devath show, pain, torment, ah at the end of that. Deva iri, we both shall urge. Devar, to rush. Hen devarenta, they rushed. Devan ma ibyascha, to the clouds. You can add mon to the end of that. Dia, limited. Dia. Diatam is limited. You could call it ni dia. Dia'e, to give. And the next entry of the language is going to be easier. I guess I've had some stuff related to the Temple of Ek. The Temple of Ek is a community church. Church means, and a center for spiritual freedom. It is a starting place where dream of reaching God. So they project their hopes towards this place. Building the Temple of Ek is a story of a vision fulfilled, and it appears that Darwin Gross was listed as the Mahanta, the living Ekmaster at the time, and Harold Klemp was listed as living Ekmaster, so there were two living Ekmasters of the corporation, but they kind of phased that part out. But Ekankar, the New Age religion, I forgot stuff on that somewhere, I guess. Sunday, the 13th of April, 2008, I started the Sleep Sea on J.D. Hall, Jews 14, part 12? I don't know. J.D. Hall, Jews 13 through 15. I watched Lon My Ludicat. Basic Arabic by video, Religion and Epics News Weekly. I discussed some things with the neighbor. Spiritual things. This is a religious journal, I guess. See on J.D. Hall, Jews 25. I read the translation and commentary, the Holy Quran, through 611. I watched Ekankar Presents The 100th Monkey. Basically, once you got a certain number of monkeys doing something, then they would, they all figured out how to wash the food and eat. Well, rinse it off, I guess. Not wash, but anyway. The Temple of Ek, A New Golden Age. Tuesday, the 15th of April, 2008. I watched Ekankar Presents A Better Friend of the Mahanta. Sometimes you're a better friend of, you're a better agent of your spiritual path if you're showing kindness to others in particular ways. The guide in that room. I started CD on the rate courses Islam. Okay, that's why 120, I guess. At the Court of the King of Kings, I listened to J.D. Hall, Jews 16 and 17, Paham Quran 2, 15, Jews 14 through 20. I watched A Mythic Journey with Joseph Campbell Sukhavati, and I discussed with the neighbor. Yeah, I would have him over to watch Joseph Campbell programs. I'd sometimes lend him my D. Krishna, because he'd catch me wearing like red. It's harder to buy red clothes anymore. I don't know why that is. They're like fading to pink. It's like, I don't want pink pants. That's something that happens after they fade, or somebody washes something with something in the wash. This is why I don't have, even when I'm sick, I'm not, I'll wait for my laundry. Don't give me help. Wednesday the 16th, April 2008, started Sleep CD on Up the Bari, Surah 11, watched Taboo, Evil Spirits, banned books from the Bible, listened to Fahm Quran, Supplication, and Jews 16 and 17, J.D. Hall 18, Sagrado Corazon, Scent Offering, Darkness, I guess. 18 through 20 of J.D. Hall. I watched The Believer. The Believer, is that HBO movie? I don't know where my... Something happened to my DVD player. I think maybe when the house was broken into, it might have been taken. Or perhaps a family member had it moved, or figure, I don't need a DVD player. It's like, a VHS player. But The Believer is this movie of this Jew who becomes a Nazi. Neo-Nazi, right? But and basically, yeah, I don't want to spoil the ending, but basically he never stops being a Jew, in one way or another. But he becomes prominent, and it's a good movie. And I put this because there's spiritual value in the movie, at least for me. Thursday, the 17th of April, 2008, 25, I watched Unlocking Da Vinci's Code. I listened to Fahm Quran, Supplication, and Jews. The dua is like from the ancient Egyptian supplication. Jews 18 and 19, J.D. Hall. Jews 21 through 26, Divine Savior, Scent Offering. Friday the 18th of April, 2008, I started the Sleep Study on Abd Bari, Surah 39. I listened to Fahm Quran, Supplication, Jews 2022, 8:50 to 9:33 a.m. I meditated with the 12th Enochian key. Also 9:40 to 9:34 a.m. Interestingly enough, it's one of those keys left, but it is the one where the Princess of Cups, we meditated upon it. She saw like, I share more about that on that playlist, but anyways, J.D. Hall, Jews 27 to, Jews 20 to 22, okay. I watched Quest for the Truth, Shroud of Turin, banned from the Bible. There were different collections of the Bible, but there were certainly, there's 80 Gospels now, and there's 74 books that the Bible mentions as like they're authoritative, but they're like not in there. Yeah, there's a lot of books that could have been included in the Bible, but I don't think banned from the Bible, except for the Apocrypha, because Protestants thought it supported Catholicism and Orthodox. Well, there were different Orthodoxes, but the Ethiopian church, they thought that it didn't support Protestantism so much, so they kicked out the Apocrypha. But Saturday the 19th of April, 2008, I started Sleep Study on Abd Bari, Surah 64. I listened to Fahm Quran, Supplication, and parts 23 and 24 of 30. J.D. Hall, Jews 28 to 30. I read to page 96, Srimad Bhagavatam to 1, part 1, to 4:30 p.m., 6 to 6:14 p.m. I watched And from the Bible, Divino Salvador Sleep CD. The playlist has most of my stories about retreats and stuff, my visions and what the context of my readings and all that, and the group prayers. And Sunday, the 20th of April, 2025 through 27, I would listen to supplication, 30 times for the program at least. Sometimes I would, I guess I'll dedicate this day to repeating as many times as I'm going to listen to it right. But it was about 5 minutes of supplications with translations, of course. And Vaham Quran's explanation along with the translation. I read to page 336 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Part 1, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. I watched Banned from the Bible. And the Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm listening to the lectures that led to the production of the book. I mean, there was work aside from giving the lectures, but yeah. Monday, the 21st of April, 2008, I watched Banned from the Bible. I started the Sleep Study on the Bari, Surah 12, 2, Sacred Heart, Scent Offerings. I read Al-Quran, Dr. Zuhurul Haq, I think maybe that's a Turkish way of spelling it. So to Surah 7, 87, I listened to Faham Quran, Supplication in Jews 28 through 29. Finder, so the scent offering represented finding. Tuesday, the 28th of April, 2008, I started the Sleep Study on J.D. Hall, Jews 12. I watched And from the Bible, and I guess I'm going to leave the program here. The temple represents, Reva Remy says, the temple the temple of Ek represents for me and perhaps for many souls a place of love. Here, there won't be any limitations of language, but only the feeling of love. Now, I mentioned Masjid An-Nur. There's like 22 languages or something that have been spoken in there. That's, kind of like the Constitution of India, right?